Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? I've got the moonlighting soft light thing going. Oh, isn't that great? I don't know. I must have a dirty camera lens. All right. Anyway, thank you all for joining me this morning. Here we go. Now you're going to hear, I don't know if you can hear that or not. I certainly can. There's a little heater going in here because where I am is crazy cold this morning. Single digits. Now the room's not too bad, but got to keep that heat up a bit just for comfort's sake. The original old books or modern, I shouldn't say the old books, the more modern yoga books often suggest 70 degrees. Good temperature for yoga. A little bit more, a little bit less, somewhere in there. So whatever works for you, of course. I'm not a big hot yoga person. Some of you know that. I think you gotta be careful with that. That is a lot, and it's more than just 70 degrees. It's a lot more. It's really hot. You gotta be careful not to overdo it, both with the heat and the space that helps create in the muscles. You can push it really far. All right, so that's it. Here we go. Don't quit, don't hurt yourself. Right? This is our first yoga of, no, I think it's the second now. I'm not sure. Anyway, here we go. We're up. Yep, it's the first. I can't even remember what day it is. I forget the date. First yoga of 2025. I'm already doing it. I'm not even writing checks. For those of you who are younger, you used to have to write the date on a check. For those of you who are even younger than that, there's these things called checks, which you could use instead of cash or debit card. Okay, anyway, so, some things change, some things don't. One thing that never changes with yoga and the way I teach it is don't quit, don't hurt yourself. And this is your practice, your body here, now, this next hour or so. This is what you're working with. So however tight you are, however open you are, however strong you feel, or weak, somewhere in between in both instances. This is what you're working with. The same thing in your mind, the focus you bring to this. It's easy to get distracted, right? Year resolutions, you gotta do this, gotta do that, yeah, it's cold, you're where I'm at, it might be some snow, gotta do all this other stuff. It's out there. There's no hiding it. Within your thoughts, same. And then your emotions. How we breathe, our emotions and our breath are so tightly linked. They're part of each other. In fact, it's all part of each other. That's part of what we're going to practice. Calm your breath. Whatever you feel is fine. To be calm does not mean to be unemotional. It's okay to be frustrated, angry, afraid, worried, happy, sad, any of them. We don't let any of it overwhelm. Right? Looking for equanimity and equilibrium, a balance in all aspects of ourselves. At some point we will do a physical balance. Now, we're going to start seated, so working our way to the floor. If you need a chair, use a chair. Right? And there we are. So, up we sit, nice and calm, and again we start with the awareness of our breathing. Now breathing, simple enough, right? It's going to happen. Don't actually have to think too much about it. Your breath will be. We're going to put a little extra awareness to it. There's an intentionality. I'm not even sure if that's a real word, quite honestly, to yoga. Again, it's not forced. It's a matter of deepening our awareness to this natural thing, right? This automated thing. You're breathing. It's going to happen, right? You can hold your breath. Some people can even do it so long that they pass out. As soon as the unconscious mind is there, the breath starts again. Don't do that. It's not good for you. Our conscious mind now, our intention here is to keep the chin gently tucked so the neck is long, the jaw muscles, the mouth, underneath, the tongue itself are calm. Find a very neutral position. Don't feel the tongue move up a little bit. Don't push. Again, no force here. It's just going to float up a little bit. This lowers the muscle at the back of the throat, You might even hear your breath a little bit behind your ears. Now, nothing mystic about that. It's an echo chamber. That's all. By dropping the tongue muscle, it just creates a little more space for the breath. By tucking the chin, there's an easier space for it to move. And in doing so, that naturally helps us sit up and opens our rib cage, allows our abdominal muscles to move a bit, and that breath will deepen a bit. Little or lot, it is your breath. As we sit for a moment, breathing, and bring some awareness again. Mentioned it earlier, resolutions, right? The New Year's resolution. You're going to get in shape. Going to lose weight. Going to become more flexible. Going to be able to do something. Right? In order for that to happen, though, to achieve that goal, we all know this. It doesn't happen quickly or overnight or just because. This is where we're going to get into the intention of the yoga practice. The intention is to practice, to deepen our focus, to increase our strength and flexibility, calm our emotional state, to release stress, physically, mentally, and emotionally. This requires practice. This is not a light switch. It requires being intentional, and that means you have to be present with the practice, not the end result. It's perfectly okay to want to get more flexible, to be able to do maybe one of those cool poses you've seen in a magazine online. But you have to make the effort calmly, fully, right? Don't focus on the result, on the end. You're not there yet. In fact, there really isn't an end. Focus on the present, on the practice. Alright, so to embody that, this is why I'm going to turn sideways, or like a little 3/4 view. Movements, the string here, it's all about embodying every aspect of it. So that don't quit, don't hurt yourself. As you open your eyes, if they're closed, bring the hands in front. We're going to exhale, come forward a little bit. Maybe a lot. Relax your neck. Excuse me. Relax your shoulders. As you extend over the floor where you can get. You're going to reach your limit. Do not try to pull yourself further. Do not strain your lower back. Trying to extend your spine. Allow your hips and lower back muscles to relax once they've hit that limit, but not so relaxed that you flop down. You're still open, you're still breathing. Again, practice, intention. You don't have to put your forehead on the floor. Me, you may want to. You might be able to at some point. Why not? Inhale. The strength and the openness comes from practice, from awareness of the work. I'm going to twist to the left. Back of the right hand here. I'm going to turn again just for demonstration. Left hand here. Up we sit. Tuck your chin. Exhale, twist. Very, very strongly. But again, where you can go. Okay, so the intention is not to turn all the way around. Look over your own shoulder. See what's exactly in your six, as the fighter pilots say. Intention is rotate your spine. Actually, not even that. The middle of yourself. To be a part of the turning motion and to allow it to relax when you've reached your limit. While maintaining the turn. That's a lot. It's plenty to do. Inhale onto it. Bring that left arm up, the right hand here up. We sit big, length, shoulders stay down. Then we exhale and arch. It is a movement up and over. It's small, it's a warm up. This space really doesn't change that much. Right? Yeah, it's kind of lengthened. There is a part that's just the geometry of it. It's create a little curve, right? The muscles are already active, already supporting themselves. They don't need to go any further. You allow it to calm. You breathe. Your alignment now, the awareness of that. Again, just because you get your wrist, your shoulders, and the hips, and the ears lined up, pretty straight line, doesn't mean you've got it exact. It's not the be all end all. So helping us focus now. Inhale up. Helping us find engagement into the practice. To be present with it. Back of the left hand towards the right knee. Right hand behind us slightly. Shoulders broad, chins tucked up. We sit. Exhale, turn. Breathe. Nice, calm, steady breathing now. All the way through. It's different, it's different. The side of the body is different. And intention is not to make a match. The intention is to go as far as you can. And be calm when you get there. Inhale onto it. Put the left hand down, the right arm up. Wrists, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. We go. We exhale up and over. Just let your side release a bit. Really, the biggest strength in this is in your middle and in your thought. Awareness, again, the intention. It is a deliberate thing. We want the calm flow of the breath to relax the muscles in it while keeping them strong. We're not just going to flop over. Right? Anybody can do that. Inhale it. There we go. Fingertips by our hip joints. We lean back, palms flat, shoulders broad, little push, little strength. Inhale up. So we're creating a little back arch here. Again, this is not big. Right. Again, I really like this one as part of my warm-up movements because this is a great example for the rest of our practice that how big the movement is not the point. We will make movements that are quite big. Other times quite small. Body has limits. Exhale up. Less than you think. So, an awful lot of stuff that humans can do. It's quite amazing. Again, it includes in the mind. Deliberate, intentional practice. Be part of that. Results will come very quickly. I promise. How quickly? Now that I can't tell you, because everybody's different. Let's cross the ankles. We're going to roll forward, hands and knees. Now, as always, this is a pretty standard movement for me. As always, if you find that this is a little much for your wrist, you can come to your forearms. It puts a little more work in the shoulders. It's up to you. We're going to start with the wrists above, the shoulders above the wrists or the elbows. Very broad shoulders. We're going to step 1 foot back. We're going to get a plank. I just want to get your feet way back there. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then flex your knees. Turn your shoulders out without turning our fingers. And we exhale and shift our weight back. So this is downward facing dog. In classic. Strong middle. We're not looking to sag towards the floor with our chest or round up the spine. That means you have to flex your knees a bit to help that shift back, to help the shoulders open. Then you do so. Keep your chin tucked. Let's inhale back to the plank. A little more strength, just a little bit. Nice and calm here. Nice and steady. Flex the knees as you require. Exhale back. This is not about putting our heels on the floor. This is a balance, right? This is you trying to balance the weight between hands and feet, between upper and lower body. I'm not going to measure it. Don't worry about it. Inhale down, hands and knees. If you were worried about it, you don't have to be. Knees and ankles together. Now we're going to child's pose here a moment. Exhale, rounding our spine up. Weight drop back a bit. And let the hands slide back. Release. Breathe. All right, now we inhale up again. Okay, now we're going to step. I'm going to turn this kind of positioning here. We're going to come into a couple of back arches. Put some work in the shoulders here. We're going to do two variations of locust pose. Salambasana in the Sanskrit. Now, step one foot back, then the other again. So we'll come to a plank just long enough to come knees, chin, chest to the floor. And then we uncurl our toes, tip the pelvis slightly, and bring the legs fairly close together, tuck the feet down. Do not let your toes turn in. Now, we're going to bring the arms behind us. If we can, now this is up to you and your shoulders. I'm going to interlace the fingers and extend the arms. If this does not work for you, put your hands by your hips, extending actively. We're going to extend the arms actively either way. Now really make your middle strong. Tipping your pelvis up to push your pubic bone down. I know, weird. I know. Lengthening. This is not a big arching. It is an extending motion that allows you to lift your thighs and chest. Focus on the length. Again, intention here. Not how big the curve gets. But to keep this lengthening action growing. Exhale, coming forward. Allowing the forehead, the thighs, the chest to come down. You let your hands come down. It is up to you whether you just let them rest beside you or bring them up underneath your forehead. Take a few breaths. Now, as we maintain these asanas, that's Sanskrit for pose or posture, while we're doing it, you need a break, you take it. Again, don't quit, don't hurt yourself. You're allowed to rest. Again, one breath counts. Your intention is to be as focused as you can be, as strong and open as you can be, calm, breathing as you can breathe. Again, if one breath is all, how amazing. All right, now, so we're going to bring the hands back behind us. Again, let's see if we can enlist. Now, if you couldn't do it the first time, see if you can this time. Not going to work until the hand's here. Let's see if we can extend this a little bit. Yeah, big push down, below the navel. It's not just your stomach coming up more. We're extending again. Inhale. Now, once you're here, get your hands off. And if you think you can't, and you've got your choice, sweep the arms forward, past the ears. Don't drop them towards the floor. They're going up. You're extending it. Oh, so we're going to put more weight. Yeah, this is leverage. Putting more weight on this. Help make those back muscles stronger. Keep your middle working. Keep focused on the length. And exhale the arms back. And exhale down. Again, bring our hands underneath your forehead if you need. Breathe. Nicely done. Let's bring the hands back behind our shoulders. We're going to curl our toes under. Strong middle. Inhale up. Okay then. One foot back. Yeah. Exhale. Down. Exhale, walk your feet in. Now bend your knees quite a bit. I mean, really flex them. Get this an easy Uttanasana. Forward fold, nothing fancy here. Little strength down, just behind the big toes. You want your big toes parallel. Going to be a little bit of gap in the behind the heels. Middle strong. Open chest. Tuck your chin. Inhale up. All right, now we're going to come into a standing extended locust. As you lean, try to center yourself up as you reach again. Not a big curve. Yeah. The arc is quite small. It's a big lean. And the intention is movement. Like sense of extension. Even then, again, you're not necessarily getting any taller. Exhale up. Sweep your hands down. Feels like you get taller. This is because your awareness is deepening a little bit into the movement itself, into the action itself. I think that's really cool, personally. But hey, I'm a geek, so I know, shocking, right? Okay, so now we're going to come on to a balance. We're going to do a very simple one. First, in this first practice of the year, we're going to go into tree pose, and we'll do a little variation on that. Normally the tree hands go up like so. We're going to change like that. You've been at my practices before, you know I like to do that. Great little shoulder opening. And again, it's also going to give you a really good sense as you know, go ahead, give that a try. Feel how that pushes. Bringing your awareness to this movement. The intention is to lengthen up and down. So we're going to put same kind of strength through the hands going up as we're going to put through the foot going down. Standing on the left foot first. Why? Because I said so. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so work. We got this line. Hands together. Spread your left toes out. Really begin to push down to the left foot. As we lift the right heel. We're going to come up onto the right toes. I'm going to roll it down a bit. What? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So, at this point, if you don't have any weight through your toes, you're balanced. If you're still pushing with your toes, you're not balanced. If you can get to that point where there's no real weight down. The only work of the right leg is this slight extensive extension. Now, don't let that hip move out of alignment. As you exhale, next, we're going to see if we can slide that foot higher. Why? Make that work a little bit more centered. We're building some strength here, building some openness here, some strength here, and down the inner line. Again, the inner line of the body is a big action here. Ready to go further. Exhale, up. Again, the hands over the crown of the head. The elbows are now lined up. Interlacing the fingers, we push. Excuse me. All right. There we go. Got to keep hydrated in the winter, folks. Open your shoulders as best you can. If you need your hands to come apart, let them come apart. It's okay. Feel the movement, though. Don't let your back sway. Again, when it lines up, when it's right, you'll know. Exhale down. Again, one breath is all it takes. It means you have to start over, putting your right foot down, resetting it 3, 4, 5 times. It's okay. The intention is to improve balance. That means you have to practice balance pulls. Right? Not to stick your heel in your crotch. A damn silly thing to do, right? Alright, here we go. Lift that left heel. Again, up on it, so just a little pivot. Whoa, again. It could be hard at your home, right? My balance at places I teach is much better than here, because it's carpet. Exhale out. This is where we are. This is the practice now. Awareness of yourself. Engagement of your strength. Ready? Exhale out. Again, your call here. What works for you? Again, I like to do this. It's a shoulder opening. And again, this is a very active movement up. And it helps us encourage the movement down. And then it's centered. And oh, and it lines up when it's right. There it is. Calm, steady. Exhale down. Foot down. When you feel it, you'll know what I mean. It's hard to describe, but you will feel it. I can promise you that. Okay, so now what we're going to do now, we're going to come into a lunging position, and then we're going to get some hip opening, a little twisting going on. We're going to be slowly deepening into the hip opening part. So we'll come into a fold a couple of times as part of that. All right, I know, talk too much. Let's get to it. So coming towards the head of the mat. Now, it doesn't matter which way you're facing. It's okay. All right. However your mat's lined up is fine. We're going to flex the knees a bit. Nice, easy fold. All right. Don't worry if your knees bend a little or a lot. We're going to open them up in a moment. Bring the hands down. Inhale. Step that left foot back. Now we're going to really work back. We're going to bring the right hand and right shoulder to the inside of the right foot, right knee, so we can really get that left foot back. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Give yourself space. Then we're going to bring the left knee to the foot. Do not bring it up higher. So your left toes stay where they were in that lunge. And then we're going to uncurl the left toes. Okay, now, left hand stays where it is. Make your middle nice and strong. Tuck your chin. Flex your right toes. Right hand's here. Now we're going to turn the right thigh. We're going to roll a little bit towards the outside of the right foot. Make a little movement. Keep that right hip back. You want to keep the hips level. You're very aware of that now. And then a big turn to the center of the chest. Don't just turn your neck. Turn your chest. Keep your middle strong. Keep your side long. And here we are. This is a kind of revolved lizard pose, hip opening thing. Inhale, untwist. Let's bring the right hand down. Okay, now we're going to extend the left leg, curl the toes underneath. Don't bring it any closer. We will exhale to down dog. All the way back we go. Big leg. And we're going to exhale and walk our feet back in. Now, an easy fold here. Now we're going to try to extend it. Okay, the awareness of the movement now. You're not going to make your legs longer. We're looking to unbend the knee. Exhale. Keep your hands on the floor. Let that leg go where you can. Don't pull. You've got to let it relax. Now, we sit a lot. This encourages our hamstrings, the back of the knees, to stay flexed. Our sports, our athletics, our exercise encourage us to keep our knees flexed. Makes it hard sometimes to get that full extension, which actually ends up putting extra weight on the back. Takes time, it's okay. Alright, we're going to do the other side. Inhale. Bend the knees a little bit more. If you have to again, hold down, inhale, right foot way back. So we're going to work all the way back. Yeah, so you got to be don't let the right hip go behind the left. Keep them pretty level. And then the right knee down. Flexing the left toe. Left hand here. Chin tucked, middle strong. The exhale turns the thigh. And then another exhale. We twist. We breathe. Inhale onto it. Alright, and again. Right toes curling under. And again we exhale. Downward facing dog. Good job, everybody. And again, let's exhale. Walk our feet in. And one more time. Again, let's look for that full Uttanasana. Again, exhaling. Allowing the legs to relax, open. And allow your back to relax open too. A little extra strength up the front of the legs. A little extra strength in the abdomen. The awareness that space calm a little bit. The body feels the support. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're good. It's still hard. It feels like you should just pull, but you don't do that. Pulled muscle is an injured muscle. Let it relax, open. Be content. You'll get where you get. Let's flex the knees, inhale up. Big release up and open. Back into that standing locust pose. Nicely done. Everybody exhale down. Pause a moment here. Just going to stand and breathe and give this our all. Full engagement of ourselves. Doesn't seem like much, maybe, but it's plenty. Promise. All right, now. As we're doing that, we're going to work our way into pigeon pose. This is a very strong hip opening. When we come into it similar to how we just went into the movement in the lizard pose. So it's a little more wiggling of the leg. Slightly different way than I have taught it in the past. Let's see how you like it. All right, so go ahead. Little easy bend. Make this easy. Exhale down. Now all the way through this, palms down. Inhale. Okay, I'm going to step the left foot back. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Get really long and low into the lunge. And we bring the left knee down again. Keep it way back there. So you're going to be very aware. Calm work of the middle. Keeping the hips level. The breath home. Now, I'm going to roll that right thigh open, but this time I'm going to bring the right ankle over behind the left rib. Okay, so this is pigeon. Check your hips. Do they roll to the left or the right? Come out of alignment. Can you slide a little further back? Maybe. Want to use your knuckles a bit? And you'll arch up the sit. And the classic pigeon ends in a fold forward. Now we're going to do some other folds here in a little bit. I want you to focus on the work in the lower end. Again, this long, small, graceful curve. And the alignment of the hips, the work keeping them level. Calm of your breath. Let that space grow. Breathe. Got it. Maybe you'll sink deeper, maybe not. It's okay. Flex your elbows, come forward a little bit. If you don't have your palms flat, get them there. Curl your left toes under. We're going to extend the left heel. This is going to lift your left knee up and push up with your arms. Exhale your right foot back. And then exhale, down dog. We'll do all of that on the other side. Exhale, walk your feet in. Again, easy fold. We're not even going to come up. We're just going to come into this easy fold here for a few breaths. You know, it's a little back arch, but it's very strong work. Keep your middle working. You got to keep that action so the pelvis doesn't tip, doesn't pinch your lower back. Work to keep your hips level. That open and grow, both in the outside of, in this instance, the left hip, and the front of the right. Right here, we got that. That's the hardest part for me, at least. Palms down, inhale. All right, so back. Again, we work very deep in the lunge. So knees above them. Again, don't let your knees twist. Again, go where you can. Keep your breath moving. Right knee down. Flex those toes. We're starting to come. Yeah, just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I know. A little awkward. Very graceful. Doesn't have to be. Yeah. Did the right hip move backwards? Keep the left hip back, bring the right hip forward. You roll to the left side. Line them up. Inhale. Go back. All the way. Again, we'll lean forward a little bit, flexing the elbows, put a little weight there, just a little bit, keep shoulders back, curling the left toe, right toes under, gosh, I forgot which side of the body we're on, extend, exhale that left foot back, and then exhale down dog, oh my goodness, then we'll inhale down, hands and knees, alright, let's cross the ankles, then we're going to roll back, sit up, okay. Allow your legs to extend out there. Now, Baddha Konasana. So we're going to get a big opening in the inner thighs. We're going to turn the thighs open, so let's feet together. Pull the feet up. This is, again, coming back to intention. Right? Hands underneath the little toes if you can. If you can't, leave them at the ankles. Put the heels in as deep as you can. Don't worry if the knees are up in your ears. It doesn't matter. Little turn of the thighs, maybe with a hand, maybe not, that's up to you. I'm going to sit very tall. And the intention here is not to push your knees down towards the floor. The intention here is to exhale and extend the inner thighs left and right. Alright? Movement out. This is what helps open up the inner thighs, groins, the hips. It results in the knees coming towards the floor, yes. But it is not a downward motion that does that. If you flap your knees down, try to push down, either with the hands or just with the muscle of the leg, that tightens this movement up, makes it harder. Now, you might eventually end up in the same space, it's not going to be as comfortable. It's not going to last as long. You might end up injuring yourself. Same thing now. As we exhale, begin to come forward. There's a movement up. Let the elbows come out. Don't run into yourself. It's not a downward movement. In the direction of it. Chin, the chest open. The breath remains calm. In. Little resolution. Maybe to increase your flexibility, put your forehead on the floor. Okay, cool. It can happen. Some people it happens very easily. Some people not. I've been practicing for 27 years, teaching 15. I've never done that in my life. Some days I get closer than others. The intention is to open your body, extend the inner thighs, release your back. Let the hips rotate as they open. What the byproduct is your forehead gets closer to the floor. Right? This movement, this awareness of the movement that brings the result, whatever it is. Inhale up. And keep the strength to come out. We're supported all the way through. Exhale, extend the legs. Alright, now we're going to come into a variation on Parvita Janusarasasana, which is the revolved head beyond the knee pose. It's literally what all those consonants banging together mean. And it's a little twist and a little sideways extension. We're not going to go super deep in that second half. Alright, you'll see why in a moment. We're going to keep the left leg long. I want you to roll your right thigh open. So we just created all the space we needed to bring this up pretty good. It doesn't matter how high up it is. Now, next part. Using your hands as you need. Turn the right hip. Back. Bring the right knee, keeping that heel as tight as you can to yourself. So the right knee goes behind the right hip. If at all possible. Again, find out. Now this is big length here. Put a little strength in the front of your left leg now. Not only will this help support the opening in the back of the leg, it'll keep it from flopping out as we go next. So now what we're going to do here, we put the back of the left hand here, bring our right arm up. Now big length here. Feel this action. Again, it's not that you're going to make yourself any taller. We've got a very strong work. Again, we want to try to maintain the alignment. Again, the intention here is to keep our ears and our shoulders and our hips and our wrists and our left leg as lined up as we can, and to not curve downwards. Just kind of pivot at the left hip a bit and continue to move up. And notice as you do this, your left hand slides further down. It's going to move. Now, don't let yourself curve. We're just going to stop here. Once you reach the point where your spine is going to curve, and it will eventually, you stop. I'm just going to focus on the movement here and allow the breath to calm and open the right side. It's not always about how far. Okay. Normally I tell you, don't quit, don't go as far as you physically can. Right? So you're still doing that. But eventually, we all have to begin to curve a little bit towards the floor, towards our leg. Let's inhale out. I didn't want you to do that today. I wanted just to really focus on the very linear action of it. So, your full extent. What's that? Really, let's do the other side. Left foot up. Right leg's working. And then we exhale and turn all the way around. Boom. Right hand. Yeah. Work. There it is. Always the abs are engaged, again, but not so tight that you can't breathe. Here we go, got this thing. You technically are done, right? This is every part of this Parvita Janusarasana, the revolved head beyond the knee pose. Exhale, extend up a little bit if you can. Just a little pivot here today. Yeah. A little extra awareness. We're not going to go down. I'm going to collapse the rib cage on the right side just to create this greater sense of length in the left. And let go of the knee to reach a certain point. And eventually the foot's going to... oh dear. Pardon me. Yeah, eventually we're going to reach a foot. And it's just anatomy. It's a with body move. And eventually we will have to begin to curve a little bit. Today we're not going to. If you already have, it's okay. It's your practice. It's all right. I understand. Inhale up. But it's hard not to take that a little bit further. It's okay. Let's let the left leg go long. We're going to bend our knees. I'm going to lie back and lie down. All right. Now, good job. So we're going to do some recline things, of course, to finish up. I am sorry, I should have put some water down with me. Knees and ankles together. Let's exhale, pull the knees up and in, hands on the shins, and we press in. It's real simple here. Just an easy little squeeze. Letting the legs relax a little bit. And then we're going to inhale and let the feet come back down. Now, we're going to come into some leg extending and some core strengthening movements now. Now we're going to do a 3-stage leg lift, but we're going to do it one leg at a time. Okay? So it's a little different than how I normally have us do that. So, yeah, trying some new things. Changing it up a little bit. Yeah, the intention, stay focused into your practice. The wholeness of your being, mentally, physically, emotionally. Brain, body, and breath, all together. So we're going to exhale the knees and ankles back up. They're pretty close together, if not actually touching. Hands to the back thighs. Now, don't be up on the hamstrings. Back into where the muscle's flexing, right? You don't want to feel those little cords. Just kind of let your legs go into your arms. Really just weight now, keeping the arms long as we'll exhale and extend the legs up. Couple of breaths here, this is it. That's all we're going to do. Now, we're going to do the left side first, just because, again, that's the side I happen to have turned towards you. So I want you to take your left arm out of the way. Place it at the side. Now, you can change this as you need. Always bring it beside you if you want. So we've got this left leg extended. This is our first stage of the 3-stage leg lift. Don't let the thigh roll out. Now, as you exhale, we're going to lower the leg to a 60-degree angle, roughly. I'm not going to measure. Go where you can. But we're working our middle now. Keep that left leg long. Keep your right leg working too. Exhale, lower your left leg. There we go. To a 30-degree angle. Again, roughly, approximately. Change the position of your hands if you need. We just got a big lengthening strength all the way through the left side of the body. Exhale, bring your leg back up to 60. Next exhale, we bring the left leg all the way up to be beside the right. Put your left hand there. Okay, everybody inhale, bend your knees. Just let them relax a little bit. A little squeeze in if you want. We're going to do the other side. That might be a little different. Again, you can rest as you need. Your goal here is to keep your back real long. We're working the core in terms of the physicality of it. This is also going to help support our back, open it, relax it. We're concentrating deeply, calm breath. There's a lot going on. It's okay. Exhale, the legs extend. Right arm out of the way. And maybe you bring your right leg a little more vertical. Good. Here's stage 1. Next exhale, lowering the leg to 60 degrees. The active length of both legs continue. Exhale. Lower your legs to 30 degrees. Or leg, sorry. I'm used to doing this with 2 legs at the same time, so we're changing it up a little bit. Exhale, bringing the right leg back to 60 degrees. Keep it long. I want to feel that work. We're supporting our leg by keeping it active. Actually helps keep it from getting too tired. Exhale, bring our right leg back to vertical. Right hand at the back thigh, and again the inhale. Bend the knees. Let them run. Now, a little squeeze here. We're going to look to see if we can extend the legs further over. So you're going to leave the hands to the backs of the thighs. You want to look to see if we can exhale, keeping the feet calm. Find that length we just had. And it's a little harder because we've got the hips flexed a bit more. Find the awareness to allow back here to relax a bit more. Breathe in. Active sense of extension that is not pulling the leg longer. I know it's so weird. It means you've got to relax even as you're working. It's strange at times. It's counterintuitive. If I ever write my yoga book, it'll be counterintuitive yoga. That's what I'm going to call it. Hands flex a little bit, elbows flex a little bit, get a little strength there. We're going to inhale, bend those knees down nicely. Done. Feet to the floor. All right. Right knee over the left. Real close. Doesn't worry about how close. Easy twist. Flex your toes. Exhale, roll to the left. If your right foot happens to reach the floor, fine. If it doesn't, no worries. Inhale and untwist. Now you can cross the leg. Left knee over the right. Exhale, roll right. Indeed. Inhale and untwist. Uncross your leg. Let the arms come down a little bit. Backs the hands on the floor. Doesn't matter how far from your sides your hands are. Is your choice now whether you allow the thighs to roll open as you extend the legs long. Leave the knees bent, the feet flat, whatever feels good for your back. The space between the heels is up to you. Close your eyes, you haven't already. The intention is to relax on the floor a little bit. This is your final asana because we're not done. This is called Shavasana. For those of you who are new at this. Now, if we lay down long enough, sooner or later, the body's going to relax by itself. You'll fall asleep, maybe. The mind will relax. The breath will slow. And this is all an automated thing. We're doing this with a little more intentionality. Trying to grow ourselves more conscious in ourselves, in our lives. It's very easy for the mind to wander. This is why we do all those other asanas, all twisting and arching and whatnot. Bring the mind a little more focused. Help it learn how to do that. So we can stay focused when the body is not twisting, not arching, but still as it calms. The breath slows. Again, we're going to be aware of it. We're going to be a part of it. whatever we feel does not overwhelm. Our presence with ourselves, full and complete, is not about later or before. Right? I used to be more flexible. I want to be like that again. Resolve to become less tense. Be intentional. Be present. Be part of it. Breathe. And flex your fingers a little bit. And flex your toe. Come on. Just move your fingers, move your feet. Let the wrists and ankles do the same. You bend your elbows a bit too. Again, one breath count. It's hard to maintain your focus lying down. Let your knees move. And then an inhale, reach your arms long. And feel the space of yourself, the calm of it. You've done that. The focus of your mind can come back as many times as you need. Right arm by your ear, your left knee bends, we exhale and roll right. And we press ourselves up, nice comfortable seated position, hands come together. Let your thumbs touch your chest. Big smile. Amazing. Well done, everybody. Happy New Year. Namaste. Good job, everybody. Okay, let me scooch up here real quick. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate it. So, as always, you are welcome to ask questions. You can leave a comment on the video itself or send me a message personally. I'm happy to answer either way. The video stays up. If you want to practice again, come on back. Check it out. There's a PayPal link, a Venmo link, a CashApp link, and it's donation-based. Whatever you think is fair, it's certainly appreciated. All right, and I'll be back next Saturday morning, same time, 9:30 a.m. That's Eastern time, Chicago time. For those of different parts of the country or different parts of the world, I hope you can join me. Again, either live or afterwards. It's why we keep them recorded and saved for you. All right, have a great rest of your day. Happy New Year again, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.